You.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, I am the CIG trainer for you guys, and I will go through the demo sessions today. My name is Souris Ghosh. So I have been working for 19 years in this SAP domain. But when I started my career at that time, CIG was not there, so I was initially started above and then worked on that SAP MM and then moved into this CIG stuff and currently working as an integration expert for the CIG domain. So I have almost 15 16 customers where we have done the CIG implementations. That's all from my side, and I would like to hear from you guys as well. How many years of experience you guys have, and then we will jump into the demo presentations which I shared. If you can see my screen there. So maybe I would say that okay, we can start from starting with I think which comes first. I think Krishna, that name which I can see at the
Yeah,
beginning.
sure. So my name is Krishna. I have 14 years of overall IT experience, out of which 10 years as a test engineer and 4 years as a I'm working. I have 4 years of Ariba experience. I wanted to learn CIG from this course.
Thank you, Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Next we can go to Madhapatti. Did I pronounce it correctly?
it's correct, correct.
Thank you.
So, hi everyone, my name is Madhapati Mallikarjun. So, I'm having overall 17 plus years of experience, but when it comes to related to Ariba, it is 6 years. So, I worked on support projects of Ariba like guided buying, Ariba buying and invoicing, and sourcing. I was a part of implementation. So, I'm here to learn the CIG and to make my career in the CIG.
Thank you, Madhapatti, for joining the demo session.
Yeah,
Now
thank
we can move to, I think it's Rohit. I think we have two Rohit. One Rohit Sood and another Rohit Sadamate. Did I
Yeah,
say correctly?
yeah. Hi, myself Rohit
If
Sadamate.
you are
I
talking
have
more, we can't hear
yeah.
you.
Okay. Am I audible now? Hello.
Yes, yes, I can audible.
We can hear you, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay, yeah. Thanks a lot. My name is Rohit Sadamate. I have total 7 years of experience in SAP Ariba, where I have worked on the multiple projects of implementation, supports, and rollout from functional point of view. And here I'm joining for the learning to CIG to expand my knowledge in the CIG integration as well. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Rohit. And next we can move to Rohit Soor.
Yeah, sure. So I have total 6.5 years of experience totally in Ariba, mainly Ariba upstream, SLP sourcing and contract management in implementation both support projects. And now I want to expand my experience in CIG also. So that was the purpose to join this, demo session. So that's all.
Thanks, Rohit. Now we can move to Satish. Satish, if you are talking, you are on mute. Okay, probably I think Satish might have some challenges. Then I think we can move on to Srinivas.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you,
Yeah,
Srinivas.
yeah. My name is Srinivas Lu. I have overall 15 years of experience into FSCO, and recently have moved to Ariba and SAP Open Text Solutions. Okay, so it's a new solutions for me, and I'm exploring the options to learn more on CAG and also vendor invoice management.
Thank you, Srinivasalu. Welcome to the CIG demo session. Then we can move on to Prasad.
Hey everyone. Hi. Good morning. So my name is Prasad, and I'm having 12 plus years of experience. Relevant is like somewhere 5 years into Ariba, and I didn't get a chance to work in CIG before, so just sort of getting more exposure about CIG, and hence I just joined this course.
Okay,
Thank you. Yeah.
thanks, Prasad. Yeah, welcome to the demo session. Now we can move on to Tejendra.
Hi everyone, I'm Tejendra. I have 10 years of experience into SAP Ariba, and currently I'm working as a lead consultant in a MNC. And I have worked in all areas of Ariba and in all type of projects. And in CIG I have basic knowledge, but I want to expand my skills in CIG, basically to brush up. And my motive to join this session is so that I can be in a position to implement CIG alone. So yeah, looking forward to learn CIG.
Okay, Tejendra, thanks for your introductions and welcome to the demo session. And then we try one more time with hear from Satish. Let's see if he can.
Yeah, sorry, I'm audible now.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Yeah, myself Satish. I have total 15 years of IT experience. From last 5 years, I have been working as a Ariba consultant. So that's CAG is the middleware between that right ECP and ECC and ERP. Sorry, ECC and Ariba. So we are facing so many challenges with the consultants plus CAG consultants who are not having good knowledge. Okay, on CAG side. So that's why I want to clear the dependencies. Okay, so that's why I want to learn myself. Okay, to know the CAG integration and all those things. That is the mode of my joining this session. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all for have a wonderful introduction round. I hope you can see my screen, which I have already presented. Feel free to stop me if you have any questions while I'm presenting because I am not able to see your screen when I'm presenting. So if you have any questions, you can do one thing, you can put it into the chat or you can ask me directly while I'm presenting, and then probably I will go through the questions what you have, and also will clarify while presenting that one, or we can have 10-15 minutes of time where we can clarify all the questions you have meanwhile. Okay, so the first thing is that what I understood from all of you, that all of you know what CIG is. Most of you, not all of you, I would say that way. Most of you are working on the Ariba pretty long time, and from the functional perspective, not as a technical consultant on the or the integration consultant on the CIG side, but you know that how the things works and that way. So, and probably some of the terms which I will explain, you already are aware of it, but probably some of the other participants who are not aware of that one. So it might happen that okay, you might think that okay, which I am telling you are already aware of, but it might happen that okay, why do I join this session, which I am already aware of, because you are working for Ariba such a long time, so you are already aware of some of the things. But this session, I will show you what are the things which we are going to discuss about. You might know some of the things, but you don't know all of the things. So that's why this session we are planning to do that one, CIG. Now I will tell you what are the things which we are going to so I hope you can see my screen, right? If
Yes, yes,
okay, thank
we
you.
can able to see.
Yeah, okay. So this is one thing which you see the overview of. So these are the agenda or the contents which we are going to take you through the while doing the CIG training sessions. So where what are the things we are going to discuss? What is the CIG, and then how does it works, the architecture of the CIG. Then we will talk about that what are the add-on which you need in your ERP systems to connect between Ariba applications and your ERP system. So, and what are the prerequisites to have that add-on in your ERP systems. Then one next thing is that the web service runtime environment. So to have that, because which we will know going forward that Ariba has some of the web services by which the communications happens between Ariba and your ERP systems. So we will know that what how to do the web service runtime environment, and how to check that one in your ERP system when you will start uh, doing that, or when you will start setting up your system at that time. Then we will have this cloud connector setup. So how we do the cloud connector, what is cloud connector, and why do you need a cloud connector? We will discuss all those things when we will go to this cloud connector part. The next one is that the CIG activation and obtain P user. So you are pretty aware that how you, or at least those people who are actually working on the Ariba side, they know that we need to do the CIG activations from business network as well as from sourcing or buying invoicing wherever you are coming from. And then we need to have the P user by which the communications would happen for the basic authentication. That's one thing. And then we will move on to the SPRO configuration. So SPRO configurations, which is basically when you will do the add-on installations, there will be some components getting added into your SPRO node. So we will go through that one. What are the configurations you need over there for different kinds of solutions when you are integrating your backend systems to the um, Ariba solution. So it might happen that you want to do the business network for your commerce automation. So that's a different type of configurations. Maybe you want to do the sourcing integrations, then it will have a different types of configurations. But again, similar for the buying and invoicing when you will do that one. So we will cover those things as well. Another thing which is comes next to that one is that CIG project creation. So whenever you do these integrations between your ERP systems and the Ariba solutions, you need to have this CIG project created. We'll go through that one, how we create the CIG projects, how do you bring the ERP informations into Ariba. Those things we will also cover over there. Then comes to this master data integration. So how do we send the master data to the Ariba system? So there are multiple ways you can manually export the files and upload the CSV files also into the Ariba applications. That way we will also be able to do that one. But when comes to the changes of the master data, and then you need to do it automatically, the synchronizations of the data from your backend systems to the Ariba application. how do we do that one, and that comes into this master data integration part. Then these are the different transactional data integrations, like procurement transactional data integrations, which comes like the buying, invoicing things, goods, yeah, PR creation, PO creation, goods receipt, invoicing, service and receipt. Those are the different yeah, transactional data for the procurement perspective. Sourcing, under sourcing you can have that RFQ integration, as well as you can have the source list. Those are the ones as well. Then we will have the SLP, which is supplier lifecycle performance. When you create a new supplier, onboard supplier, so we will not cover the functional part of it, that how the template is created on SLP, how do we do that SLP onboarding of the new supplier. Those things we will not cover here, but what we will cover, that how the integration happens between your SLP applications through CIG to your backend system. So it can happen that, okay, when it comes to the S4 system, how the supplier is replicated to your S4 system, business partner gets created, and then how the vendor gets created in the backend system. Then we will talk about the all the overall integration perspective. How does it happens? This one. Then we will do some of the classes where we will do the custom mapping. So custom mapping is like you sometimes you need these custom mappings, because it might happen that the data which you want to send to the applications, either it can be your ERP system, or it can be, say, for example, in the business network, when you send the POs to the supplier, then you might need some of the different information. So those kind of things you can handle it through this custom mapping. So that's one thing. And then we will talk about this custom routing. So custom routing is an important topic when your customer wants to integrate multiple backend systems to one Ariba application. So it might happen that you have a different company code belongs to different ERP backend systems, and you want to use all those backend systems to one single Ariba applications. Then instead of buying a new child realm on Ariba site, because you know, right, how much it costs when you ask customer to buy a new realm. It costs heavily. So in those cases, there is a possibility that when you have the harmonized master data, harmonized means, okay, the numbers are not actually overlapping in between, but there are ways to also overcome those challenges, even if the data are not harmonized. For that one, you need to do something tricks on the backend system, and then you can bring those data into your Ariba applications. And because Ariba has that one single database, so if you have different systems have the same data, then it might happen that customer or the end user is not able to choose, okay, which data for which system. So that's the reason you need to have those informations in your Ariba application. And when you will send that informations back to your ERP system, so you will have to send that, okay, for which company code, which backend system the data needs to go. Or for example, if you have to create a PO for company code 2000 in one backend system, and create PO 1000, company code 1000 PO for different backend system, then you can use this custom routing thing to yeah, route specific to the PR or PO to the specific backend system. So we will see how it can be done through this custom mapping. Then we have this CIG mapping testing tool. So we will also explain how this mapping tool can be used while we will see the demo sessions, that while we see the actual session when we will do this one, that okay, when you make some changes like this custom routing or custom mapping, how does it reflect before you make it available for your integrations. So you can do like in SAP we can do some unit testing. So similar to that one, we can do use this mapping testing tool also for this one. Also sometimes it is useful that okay, when customer says that okay, I am not getting these informations back into my ERP system, and then probably it has already been sent out from your Ariba applications. So at that time, what you can do, you can take the payload out of the CIG, and then payload means the payload in XML file, and then you can play with the mapping tool, and you can see okay, where is the issue. So those are the things you can use this from the CIG testing tool. And then we have this troubleshooting, so that how where you can do the transaction tracker, as well as on the ERP side where you can monitor the things. Those are the things we will talk about. So far, any questions on this?
Yeah, yeah. Saurabh, you're Saurabh, or did I pronounce correct? Saurabh, right?
Sorry, yeah.
Saurish. Okay. So, Sarish, I have two questions. One is, will be covering the scenario where we add a custom field on Ariba screen and then we want to send the value of that field to S4 side.
Yeah,
So, when you will be covering, okay, that's
yeah,
one thing. Second point, when you say SPRO configs, you mean that you'll be doing in front of us all the configurations. Let's say for connecting, for example, Ariba P2P through CIG to S4HANA. So whatever configs we need in SPRO, that you'll be doing in front of us, correct?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thanks. These were my two questions.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. One more thing, in addition to that one. Okay, so are we doing configurations in the live system? That means in the ERP system, or else
Yes.
it's a only documentation
No, no,
implementation.
not the documentation. It will be hands-on as well.
And so that means an integrated system from Ariba to
Yes,
ERP
yes,
with each CAG is already available. You mean to say?
yes.
Oh, that means you will be showing all the three systems integrated each other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes.
Okay. So we will be given training also. We will be given practice on the same system, or
Yeah, yeah.
we need to.
You will be allowed to do the practice on the same system as well.
Okay. Okay. Because we are expecting the integrated system. Okay, that is what our
Yeah, yeah,
expectations.
yeah. It will
Okay,
be.
no, not a, because you know, right? We are all Ariba consultants and experienced consultants. We know the how CAG works. Okay, and we know what is the purpose of CAG. But our main motto is we are not into technical hands-on into the CAG. To learn that one, we came here. We concept-wise, okay, theoretical-wise, okay, and even practical-wise also we are sure. But configurations, right? The basic configurations, whatever those are custom routings, okay, these are more important for us, okay, to learn the things, okay, and even the custom fields mapping, okay. So recently I did the custom field mapping, okay. I try, I tried for 24 hours, okay. Then after that I achieved that one, but still to get the confidence for more complex ones, okay, we are expecting this session, okay.
Okay.
We are required more practicals than the theoretical.
Yeah, yeah. That's fine. I think it's okay. What happened to my mouse? Okay. Any questions? Any other questions?
No, I think Satish has covered main thing because we required the practical experience, not theoretical. So he has already raised that question. So thank you for clarifying.
No worries.
Yeah, yeah, so Saurish, I need both practical and theoretical as well. Uh, yeah, did you get me? Hello, Saurish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hello.
need both. Yeah, hello.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need
go
both
ahead.
practical and theoretical as well.
Yeah, yeah. We will have both practical and theoretical knowledge. So we'll go through each of these. What I was presenting or in the previous slide or this slide, what you can see now. So we'll go through each of those ones. So the very mm, the beginning of these ones like overview, add-on, those are the ones you don't need to have hands-on. So you just that's a concept wise that okay, and where from we can find the informations those because sometimes right this they change the contents time to time on SAP side. So where from you can see those informations and those are the things the very first things here you can see, and then the next onwards we will go through the theoretical as well as the hands-on one. It's good to do the hands-on. When you do hands-on then you remember, otherwise you will forget when you go through the theoretical things. Okay, so I think by now some of you already know that SAP has changed the name of the CIG, though we every time we call it as Cloud Integration Gateway, but from since 2302 release, Ariba release, SAP has changed the name of this CIG. So when you have the new add-on installed in your ERP system, then you will not see that okay, where is that CIG node which was earlier called like Cloud Integration Gateway. That's the node. Now it has changed both in Ariba application as well as in your ERP backend system. So the new name is like yeah, SAP Integration Suite manage gateway for spend management and SAP Business Network. Similarly, earlier when you had this Ariba network, which is used for the commerce automation or SCC collaborations, so they have changed the name to SAP Business Network. But it doesn't have any functionality wise, there is no such impact. It's just that the name has been changed, but the rest of the in the functionality it remains the same. So this is all about now how does the CIG works here. I will move on to the next one. As you can see here from the pictorial representation. So on the left hand side, what you see. So let me see if I can do that. Okay. On the left hand side, you can see that it's the your ERP backend system, and in the middle one, which is the blue one, you can see that's the Ariba Cloud Integration Gateway component, and on the right hand side it's the SAP Ariba solution. So Ariba solutions, as you can see here, you have the Ariba commerce automations, which has like Ariba network, and then it has the commerce automation. Under commerce automations like supply chain collaborations and then discounting, and those are the ones you can see here, as well as like
Excuse
buying, invoicing, sourcing, and those things, contracts, SLP. So far, any questions to your mind?
Yeah, sure. I have one question. Okay, so supply chain collaborations, are we going to see the configurations related to supply chain collaborations also in the CAG? Sorry, in the SPRO?
Not for the supply chain collaborations. We will go through the commerce automations. So very basic like PR, sorry, not the PR, PO, and then goods receipt. Those were the ones. Not the if you go into the supply chain collaboration, it comes. a separate training, because it has a lot of things under the supply chain collaboration. But on the commerce automation side, we will go through the basic ones which most of the customers uses, like the PO, sending the PO out and receiving the order confirmations. Those are the ones we can cover. So not
What
the
about
entire
what,
SCC.
what about invoice integration? But that is also part of commerce automation, right?
Yeah. Those we will cover. That order confirmation, advance shipping notification, and invoicing. Those are the four things
Yeah,
we can cover, but
yeah.
not the other ones.
Not the SEC. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, Saurish, can you maximize this presentation? It's not properly viewable.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me see. Can you see now? Better?
No, no, sorry. Something better if you maximize more.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay.
And sorry, one more thing, one more question. Like, hope this recordings will be shared, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
No.
No, because we can't able to see the votes in the PPT. Not clear.
Okay, then what I will do, or when we'll have this question answer session, maybe I can put it into the chat, this screenshot. But yeah, I will explain this one later on, and then in the next slide as well. Then you can see that which I was talking about. So as I was talking about that, okay. So the previous slide, what we had that like add-on
Hello.
comparisons. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, Subbu, somehow you muted me in the between. How could I raise my questions if you mute me like this? I have to join back again. Please don't mute me while the session is going on.
Okay, on the left hand side, what you see here, we have, okay, I'll read it out for you guys. So, it's like add-on configurations, enhanced API, manage customizing and monitoring. So, on the left hand side, on your ERP environment. And then it comes to the middle, which is like SAP Cloud, Ariba Cloud Integration Gateway. So it has two components. One is that cloud platform. So if you know the how the architecture talks is of SAP CIG. But anyway, this is for the demo session. But when we will go into the overview, I will explain it in detail. So, okay, so the CIG has two things. So, on the main basic platform is the CPI, and on top of it, we have this cloud integration gateway where we have this um, wizard configuration wizard, which is that screen dragging, drop, and all those things, and then mapping repository test central monitoring. Those are the ones which is on top of that CPI. The but the at the end of the day, it goes via the CPI. So the basic platform is the CPI. On top of it, we do everything, and the communications happens from your backend systems to CIG through HTTPS, and then while the incoming ones comes through that SAP Cloud Connector, or some of the customers may use that, they use SAP PIPO for as a middleware, instead of exposing their ERP systems to the cloud. They don't want to expose their ERP systems, and for that reason they say that, okay, no, we will introduce a middleware in between, and then the communications happens through that middleware. And so I'll those these are the basic things, and then when I move on to the next slide, then you will understand, okay, how this communication happens between your uh, um, ERP systems to the CIG. So as you can see on the left hand side is the customer environment. So it's more elaborative from the previous slide to this one is that okay, you see that all the things happens through this CIG add-on which you are installing in your ERP system. So it can be both ERP as ECC as well as your S4 HANA. The communications happens from this channel with the when I was talking about this HTTPS connections which goes via this sometimes it's SOAP and sometimes it's IDOC. But while the incoming ones here we don't show it the middleware, we have just this cloud connector which comes through this SSL tunnel, so which is like a reverse proxy cloud connector, but which stays within the customer firewall. So those are the things which good to know, because when you will go and present it to the customers, they will ask these are the technical questions to you when the security things comes up, how this communication happens. And then I was talking to you that on the CIG you can see that there is a portal or where we do that CIG things. It's just that the mapping wizard and the configuration wizard, mapping repository, those are the things, the central monitoring. But at back of it, it has this cloud platform integration, and then they have SAP has their own mapping between that the the transactional the data which is being sent out between the applications ERP to Ariba applications. So they do the mapping through that CPI, which is cloud platform integrations. And then on top of it, it gives you access to do your own mapping, which I was explaining that we will do some custom mapping. And then they do the communications to that sourcing, buying, invoicing, and then the buyer network, what you can see in the middle of it. So here is the buyer network, which earlier it was called like Ariba network. So here they can do the collaborations with the supplier.
Yeah, so this just one doubt here. Like we are seeing different version of the commerce automation, right? Like J82, 42K. Like those difference, can you cover?
So we will cover mostly on the ERP side, because if you see that on the 42K, what you said, the commerce automation which goes directly out from your Ariba systems, from Ariba applications to that one. So where you don't need to have any technical expertise over there. So you just tell the customer, okay, I would like to, or tell the deployment team to that, okay, I will use that commerce automations through the Ariba, then it does automatically. So you don't need to do that one. But when we will go, when so they will do it automatically. But when it comes to that commerce automation, when you will do it from your ERP systems, send the transactional data from there, then most of the configurations or things are required. But the other thing which you said, the 42K, that comes automatically, the standard part of the SAP Ariba integration. It
Okay.
doesn't need to be done by the any technical people, so that SAP itself will take care.
Okay. So that's out of the box
Out of
configuration,
the
or
box.
ACP can support
Yeah,
us on that.
yeah, out of the box. That's out of the box.
Okay. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, and then which I was talking about that. So it's this is how the communication happens. And then this add-on which allows you to do the communications between your ERP system, or between, it's not just the communication, it's just that the creating the transactional document also to your ERP systems. This add-on helps you to do that one, so that when you go for this SAP Ariba Cloud Integration Gateway, then this add-on, if you install that add-on, then from the development time gets reduced, also the deployment time gets reduced, because so all these things comes from your part of this add-on. And then the best practice and everything, the development or the objects are already created as part of this add-on. So in that case, the customer who is going for this CIG add-on, they don't have much thing to do as part of the new integration, when new integration things comes for this one on top of their ERP systems to the Ariba applications. Because if you go currently in today's world, there are other procurement applications you have already heard about, like Jagar, Coupa, Evalua. But the drawback of these applications, they don't have inbuilt this kind of integration mechanism. So that's the reason Ariba is way ahead of the curve, because of this add-on things, and the out of the box integration comes into the picture. So pretty much that when any customer who is very effective to do the things on their side, and there are a lot of activities which needs to be done collaboratively with the basis support. So like, okay, the add-on installation, you won't do that one, you will tell the basis team that okay, where from you can get the add-on, and those are the things, and then they will do the add-on installation, and then after that they will have to do some of the not the configurations or the settings, they will have to do it in the systems. But after that, when the system or the system will be handed over to you, you can just do some of the configuration, then it will be up and running. So probably if we see the activities it's required to do the full integrations, probably in a week's time, if it has been done in an efficient manner, then it can be integrated in a week's time. At least the standard integration starts working in a week's time. So that's the advantage of this CIG and this Ariba product. So which reduces the deployment time, and also that which I was mentioning, that the integration is just the guided by is the guidance based setup actually. So pretty much all the things are done, so just little bit of things which needs to be done, and then it can be integrated. And also this CIG.
Suresh, one question. From CIG, can we connect other ERPs as well, like Oracle and other ERPs with Ariba?
Yes, you can connect other ERPs also, possible to do that way.
Okay.
And then we have this document validator tool, like where I was mentioning that we will go through when we will go through the deep drive, where you can do some of the download the payload, and then you can validate whether this payload is in right format or not. So those are the things you can do still with this CIG. I think that's all from my end. Now I will leave the floor, or I will give the floor to you guys mm, to discuss or to answer the questions you have. Feel free to ask the questions.
I have a question, Suresh. Okay. So you said CAG can be connected with different ERP systems, right? So it is connected through CAG add-ons and as well as from the cloud connector with the help of cloud connector. So that is it is related to the SAP ERP. But what about the third-party ERPs? That same cloud connector will work for the third-party system ERP systems also, and the same CAG add-ons will work for the third-party systems also.
This add-on is only specifically created for. So, what do you mean by add-on? Add-on is like a code base, like some above objects which is created by SAP, and then you they are asking this add-on to be installed in your ERP system. So those add-ons cannot be used other applications like ERP, Oracle. Okay, so these are all specifically the SAP related objects, or above, mostly the above objects, that I would say that way. And then those above objects can only be installed in your SAP based platform. So you cannot do that one in your Oracle. Now coming to that cloud connector, yes, you can use the cloud connector between Oracle applications as well, but it depends whether the Oracle ERP, whether they want to. So why do we use cloud connector? Cloud connector we use not to expose our ERP systems to the cloud applications, because cloud means it's already open, right? So you have your own firewall. Within the firewall, if someone is trying to access your any of the network, it goes through that firewall. So firewall protects you from the security perspective, and cloud connector stays within the firewall, and that allows you the cloud, that which I was explaining, that you will have that SSL, right? So SSL will help you. It's a tunnel, reverse. It works as a reverse proxy, so it allows you to come through that tunnel only. So if it depends based on the customer, whether the customer wants to use cloud connector to communicate to the Ariba through CIG from their Oracle. Probably if it is Oracle ERP, then Oracle. If they want to do that way, so they can do so, but it depends actually the customer. Even as I was mentioning, even some SAP customers, they say that okay, no, we don't want to use cloud connector. Yes, pretty good, you can do so. Then they say that okay, I will use middleware. Yes, they can do so. Or they say that okay, we don't want to use the mm, cloud connector. Then what they will have to do, they will have to open some of the ports, whitelisting the ports. So Ariba has specific list of ports which by which the communications would come to your ERP system. So they will have to whitelist those yeah, IP addresses. That's how I would say.
Sorry, so we'll be touch basing with other ERPs as well, or we'll be focused to SAP only?
Only SAP.
Okay, and we'll be covering PI scenarios or direct connectivity only.
PI means.
Means, see, we can connect CIG to S4 direct connectivity also, or through as a PI also as a layer.
Yeah, PIPO. Yeah, you can connect through PIPO as well. But for that one, you
The
will have to just,
configs will change.
yeah, you will have to change that some nodes, that yes, I want to use middleware, and then in CIG you will have to change. When you will create the project, you will have to change the path over there, so that you will
Hmm.
mention that okay, which is the endpoint for PI, that you need to mention over there.
So we'll be covering that scenario in our course, or we'll be only covering the direct connectivity.
From here, we don't have any middleware PIPO. So what we will do, we will just you we I can tell you that okay, what are the configurations you need to
Hmm.
change, by which okay, you will do that activation, and then the communication goes through your middleware, instead of going through the direct CIG. So that I will cover, but hands-on we will
Okay,
have the
got it.
diet.
Okay. So when we will getting this practice server, you said that we'll get for S4 as well.
Hmm.
So we can do the SPRO configs from our side as well. We'll be allowed to do that, right?
because it's a one system. So what
Hmm.
I would say that if everyone wants to do their configurations, then it's the same node, right? You know pretty well
Yeah,
that.
that's what I asked this question. That's
Yeah.
why I asked this
So
question.
probably what I will do that configurations, and then what you can do, you can just go through that Pro node, and then you can see okay which are the things. But if
Hmm.
you do the configuration and then someday
Correct.
and change that one, or someday Prasad comes, then not work.
Clear, clear. Understood. But in CIG area, we can at least do. We can create our own projects, right?
You can create your own projects, that is possible, but I would say
But again, it is challenge in Ariba. Okay, when you define the endpoints. Okay,
yes,
so but
exactly. Yeah,
for
yeah.
Ariba, there will be only one project will be connected to the ERP system. Okay, if you create multiple projects for the same application, then it will be a
No, it's like don't
mess.
connect it, don't connect it, don't publish it. Okay, don't move to production. Just practice
Yeah,
there and just
creating,
keep it
yeah,
there.
Yeah,
yeah, creating is fine, but the
it,
connection establishment is difficult.
yeah.
Huh, I was talking about creation of the projects only.
Yeah, yeah. You can do one thing. You can keep it in draft status. So one, what
Correct,
we
correct,
can do, we can create one project for testing so that the integration happens. So we will take that one project to tell testing status. Not in the production, we will use one
correct.
single environment, right? We will use the testing status. We'll create it as test and productions, that kind of systems, and then we'll use one project as testing so that we can do that integrations between Ariba applications. But all of you can do one thing, all of you can do your draft project which you don't deploy, so you can just do that. Yeah, that's fine. I
So
think.
still I'm not clear. Okay, with the CAG connecting to third party ERP systems. Okay, uh, CAG, for example, let's take a Jerry Edwards or Oracle or something. Okay, so the CAG add-ons are not related to that one. Okay, so then how the uh, transfer of master data, transaction data, these are the programs which send the data frequently from the ERP system to the Ariba. But in case of non-SAP systems, okay, so how
Mhm.
this data transaction happens, okay, without this CAG add-ons to Ariba.
Yeah, you will have to. There will be one endpoint which you need to use to send the master data to. So for example, if you want to use Oracle to send your master data to Ariba, then there will be one endpoint, and the file format, right, that it should be that CSV zip format, and those things that needs to be followed. And then if they can use that same channel, they can also send the file to Ariba. So that's also possible. Also, you can do one thing. You can also create some endpoints in Ariba application, and then you can share those credentials to your, how do I call it, your customers, if they are using Oracle. So they can use those credentials and directly use. I i have the information how do you create the endpoints in Ariba, and then if you share that endpoint and if they use the same file format, they can update the data into the Ariba applications from Oracle. So not only Oracle, there are other ways also, other mm, channels by which also you can do that one. Even if you want your if you use those endpoints, then even from your, not only Oracle applications, even your own laptop also you can upload the data to Ariba as it is a cloud application. So if you that use that channel from, say, I have a web page where from I can upload the data. Yes, you can do so by using that channel.
Yeah, yeah. Why I am this asking this question is, okay, in my current project we have two child realms. One is connected to SAP ERP, and another is connected to SAP, sorry, JD Edwards. Okay, so I could not see any project which is related to do talking to the JD Edwards. All the projects that is already available in CAG is only talking to ERP system. So I am wondered as to how it is connected to the Sage is the middleware, how it is connected to the JD Edwards without a project. Is it possible to link with without a project with JD
Yes.
Edwards?
Yes, so that's what I said, that yes, you can create endpoints by which you can use that application directly talking to the Ariba instead of going through this.
Okay. So we are not covering that one in this session, right? Hmm.
We'll see if time permits, then we can show that as well. It depends how much time we have, then we'll see if we can cover that up.
Okay, I have one last question, Sarish. In terms of study material, what we'll be getting and the videos will which will be shared can be downloaded or it will be just a view access.
Mm, Downloadable. Yeah, you can do so. You will get the material. Yes.
Like you have your own notes or it will be standard guides from SAP.
Mm, yeah, not exactly from the SAP guides, because yeah, on top of
Those are difficult to understand
those
actually
are the
SAP
basic
guides.
ones from SAP, and on top of it also I have my notes as well. So probably what we can do, the presentations that can be shared with you, and then when we will be covering, then what we can do, we can share the informations, and then you can take a note of that one, and probably with the standard recipe best practice also we can share with you, or you can also use that one. But probably on top of that SAP best practice, we will use some additional things which you can then note it there. Do we have any other questions?
No.
I, I have one question. Regarding this master data, right? We have ARB CAG master data program, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have any helper files are there. Okay. For example, in the approval node, PR approval nodes. Okay. We'll create the lookup tables files, right? These lookup tables files data will come from the ECC system, the S4HANA system. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
is it possible, okay, to create this master data program? Okay. We need to send all the transactional data, all this external extra data, which is not part of add-on. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
is it possible to separate to send through CAG only? Sorry, Ariba CAG master data only, or externally also we can send to the Ariba?
Externally means where from?
From external sense without from the program means ARB CAG. What we are doing is currently we are
Mm-hmm.
doing we are extended the Ariba CAG master data program with a baddie. In that baddie, we submitted the program, the custom program, and in the same AL11 folder, we are keeping the data. I
Mm-hmm.
think that is not the correct process. Okay, this is the process followed in our project right now. Okay, I think
Mm-hmm.
that is not the correct process. I think. Okay, so we are covering the other process also, right? Or else the same process will be followed. It is the best practice followed.
No, I think I would say that that's best practice. I would. That's why they keep the options to have this body where you can extend this ones and to send the data. But if you start building a new custom program to send the data, then you will have to spend more. Yeah, you will have to spend more time to do that one. So instead of doing that one, and so they use the existing one to create files and send it through the
No,
standard.
no, standard files are fine. Standard master data is fine. I'm talking about the lookup tables.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
lookup tables also. I'm saying that instead of, so lookup tables can also be sent. You create your custom program and then you use create the files for the lookup tables, and then you send it through this the same channel what the standard master data does. You can do that way, or you can use, say, probably some other ways to do that one. But for some other ways you can send it to Ariba, but for that one you will have to do it the development yourselves, right? Whatever the existing development SAP has, you will not be able, you are not going to use that one. Why do you do that one? Because
yeah, back to, but actually, so in my previous projects, okay, so this data which is not part of Ariba master data program,
mm,
okay, is sent separately through the CAG. Okay,
mm,
not by this custom data program. Because the ARB CAG master data is only for central the master data, transaction data, accounting data of SAP. Okay, so not the custom data, right? So this these lookup tables data, that means approval tables, DOA tables, we can call it as in ECC. Okay,
mm,
this is the custom thing.
mm.
Okay, but this custom is part of this master data or it is a separate one.
No, no,
This
it goes
lookup
to
tables
the,
step.
even
Satish, you want to fetch user approvers from S4 to Ariba.
Yes, yes.
So
That
for
is
that you
that
can for that there is a very good way which is called validate and enrich VNE. This is widely used.
no, no.
So
I think
when
what Satish's question was that, okay, they want to use the helper tables, right?
exactly.
Approval helper tables, and for that one, they have this approval things or the
DOA table in
created,
ECC, in ECC. Yeah,
custom tables created in the ERP system, and they
exactly.
want to send those data to the Ariba.
Exactly. Exactly.
So how they can do that one? Yes, Satish, it's okay to use that standard
Program.
program,
Uh,
extending by extending that one. It's okay. It depends actually how much effort time you want to put into that one. When if there are possibilities to use the extend standard one, or extend the standard one, why don't we use that one? So that's why
no, no, no.
they.
They not extend anything in the standard program. See, there is a TOA table, right? Custom tables are there. They created a custom program to run
Yes.
to get the data, to select the data, and prepare the files. Files also prepared by the custom program only. Okay.
Mm,
Instead of scheduling that custom program in SM37 to place the files in AL11, what they did is in the data CRB master data program. Okay, there is a baddie. In that baddie, they submitted this program,
mm,
this DOI program also. That means what happens whenever this ARB CAG master data runs, at the same time internally the DOI program also runs at the same time along with the master data files, transaction data files. Okay, these DOI files also getting updated. Okay, so is that is the best practice, or else submitting that, clearing the dependency, because it is the performance issue. Maybe I believe the load on the master data will be more, program will be more.
yeah,
Okay, so if I have to
yeah, I
separate
understand
it that
your point.
uh,
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's a good practice to make it separate. Don't bring that one here. So, but if you are using probably some variant or something by which that, okay, only this are the situation I want to, because what happens, your approval master data doesn't need to go every time, right? So it might happen that when there are changes happens to the approval master data, then only you
exact.
change those ones, right? So that one thing you can do that, okay, every week we will send this data, then you separate it. Either you separate it via different program and different scheduling from job scheduling, or you can use the same program and then probably some parameters by which there are multiple ways to do that one. So I would
Yeah,
not say
we are
that.
we are covering that scenarios also, right? Because see, if I am separating that program, okay, so how do I submit that in the A11, and how is the system Ariba CAG knows I need to pick up this file?
You will have to use that channel, means when you are executing the program, so there are some class methods which are already provided by, or function models which is already provided by SAP, which is part of this add-on which is using by this standard program. So your custom program can use those ones to send this information, so you don't need to inform Ariba that okay, I have already uploaded the files into the application server, now you pick that up. No, when your program is doing that one, so what we will deep dive on those ones, that how the master data is sent out. So
Exactly, exactly. That is the challenges we are facing right now. Okay, so we would like to learn those things also as part of this training session. So that's what I would like to bring the scenarios, live scenarios. Okay, which are we are facing right now. So we need to find the solutions for that one also, right? So that's why I
mhm,
am bringing to your notice. Okay, so we are expecting uh, learnings here. Okay,
okay,
not the standard ones. Standard ones, anyhow, we are no, right? We are aware because CIB and master data program, every master data will go, it will be placed in A11, it will pick up by CIG system. So my thought is, if I create a separate transactional program, if a custom program, if I place the files in the CIG folder, sorry, at that A11 folder, where master data files are getting placed, system will automatically pick up there. Yes, if yes, I need to try for that in our training system. Okay, that is what
mhm,
I would like to do.
okay, okay, yeah.
So sorry, as I heard
Hello?
correctly, you are an developer as well.
Yes, yes, I started
Okay.
career as an developer earlier.
So you are more into technical side like integrations, not on right?
I did a couple of years in Ariba as well, on the Ariba side, but now I more focus into the technical. Not I don't do on the Ariba side,
Okay.
but I know where you can do on the Ariba side.
Mainly we'll be working on integration aspects in these sessions. That's why I
Yes,
asked.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, currently the situation has been changed actually. See, earlier when I started 5 years back, okay, they are looking for only for Ariba consultants. Okay, there will be separate CAG consultants, there will be separate basis consultants, okay, and consultants. Okay, going forward, they are looking for an all rounder. Okay, do all. There is will be only 1% of project, and they are expecting to do by all configurations from ECC side, CAG side, and Ariba side, 1%. That is what the market is looking for now. That is it is
Yeah,
strange actually.
it's all the customer demands, right? And yeah, if you can manage by one person, then why do you need multiple persons? Like our Indian cricket team, right? If you get
All
all
rounders.
who can do bad balls, that's good for the team, right? So yeah, that's how it is.
Basically, see, functional era is now saturated, so that's why we are looking forward to understand more on integration aspects.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right,
Right.
right. And it will save our to and fro communications, okay, and the troubleshooting, because I told you, right, the CAG is the most complex one, okay, than the functional one in the projects, right, live projects, okay. The people working in CAG were currently working in the market, right, there are very few people who are experts in CAG like you. Okay, maybe. Okay, so the people with currently having CAG experience, right, they are not completely aware of above configurations. Okay, I told you, right, this
Yeah,
challenges.
yeah, I know what you mean to say, that there are people who moved into the CIG who doesn't have
Exactly,
the knowledge
exactly,
on the above side, or also on the configuration side, on the side, because
exactly.
yeah, that's I know that
They are
they
forcing them
are,
to drive this one. Okay, so no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
this is not the way. You go
that
this way.
they
You are
know,
expecting.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
they know from that, okay, okay, what needs to be done, but why do we do that one? They don't know why do that way. Yeah, yeah, that I know from the market. So do we have any more questions, or otherwise we will wrap up the session, demo sessions, and then please provide your feedback to Shubbu, and then we'll look forward.
అవును
Uh,
ఇక్కడ పెట్టించి సరే సరే సార్ ఇంట్లోనే ఉంటాలే బట్టలు గిట్ల పెట్టుకుని
are you saying something?
నథింగ్.
Okay. Then I think probably we are done for today, and then we look forward to hear from you. Hope to see you all in our next
Uh,
deep
Sorry,
dive.
Thank you.
timing and days that we'll discuss with Subbu, or we should discuss now?
You can discuss with Subbu, but probably the same time like what we started today around this time.
10:15. But this is usually the
10,
office
10,
timing.
10 o'clock. But yeah, you can discuss with Subbu, and then yeah, we'll see.
So this will be a weekday batch, right? Or
Weekday
weekend?
batch or
Okay,
um yeah, we can. You can discuss with Subbu, and then yeah. So we
sure.
are a bit flexible, but yeah, you can discuss with Subbu. Okay then. Thank you guys, and then have a nice day to all of you. Bye.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Rohit, for
Sarvesh.
this wonderful
Yeah,
session.
thank you, everyone.